Good morning, family. Welcome back to the channel. This is another episode of Vlogmas, so welcome to another vloggy vlog. Anyway, this has been a lazy morning. I promise you, since Sunday, I've been waking up with a ton of energy. Like, I felt like I could just go out running with the energy that I had. But today, your girl came crashing down. I slept in until about 11:45 this morning. I mean, I was in there sleeping good. And I'm going to tell you, I was sleeping so good that I had one of these sleeps. And I don't know if you've ever had this happen before. I know I had it happen. It's been over 30 years. I promise you, it's been over 30 years. But I was sleeping, I was in such a deep sleep that I opened my eyes and I could see everything around me. Like, I could see what was on the TV. I can even hear the conversation on the TV. I could hear Donald on his phone, texting. But I couldn't move my body, but I could move my eyes. But I was still snoring in my sleep. So when Donald tell me I snore, I know I snore now because I heard me, right? This is so weird. And I was trying so hard to move, but I couldn't. I was like, if I could just roll over a little bit to get Donald's attention. Because I was like, if I roll over just a little bit, I'll roll over on him. And then he would move or something that would shake me and wake me up. When I tell you I couldn't stop myself from snoring, I could not move a finger. I couldn't move. My lips were trying to move. Like when you watch somebody sleep and they're trying to say something, like you feel like they're talking in their sleep. I could feel myself doing that, but Donald was just sitting there doing what he doing, the TV still going. And I'm just like, I don't like this feeling. So I tried to force myself back to sleep because I'm going to wake up. I'm like, so go back to sleep, Peggy, and then just wake up regular. So I try to go back to sleep. I was trying hard to go back to sleep. And I feel like 10 minutes later, I open my eyes and I'm still in this deep sleep. And I'm just like, what is going on? I cannot get Donald's attention for the life of me, but I felt myself snoring. So I was like, maybe if I snore louder, this is really weird. If I snore louder, he'll hear me and he'll help me. So I start to snore louder, but I can't do it like back to back to back. Because have you ever tried to snore like this is serious? So I'm snoring louder and I'm snoring louder so that I can get Donald's attention. But I can't snore like that unless my eyes are closed. Weird. So I close my eyes and I'm letting out the biggest snorts of snore I can muster. I promise you, it's getting louder and louder. And so Donald finally looks over at me and I see him looking at me. But he continues to play games or whatever he's doing on his phone. And so I keep doing it for like a minute. I feel like it's been 5, but it's been like a minute and a half. And I'm just snoring louder and I'm trying to do it longer so he could say, girl, what's wrong with you? But I had to keep doing it. And it seems like longer and longer and longer. And so he finally shakes me and he goes, Peggy, wake up. You all right? He was like, what's going on? And I was like, thank you. Thank you for waking me up. Like, thank you, because I don't know what kind of sleep that was. I felt like I was in a trance or something. And I could remember when I was a teenager, I could remember my pastor talking about a deep sleep that he was in, but he took it a little further. He was saying how he could look down at himself. And I was like, now, I don't want to go that far with it because I think he said something about the spirit left the body. I don't want to get into that because I'm not into that. I don't resolve to that. But anyway, or I don't subscribe to it. But anyway, I start Googling and I'm like, what is that? What is that? Now, when I went to Google, let me see what it's saying. I can't remember exactly what it was saying, but look, you girl, because I will Google the mess out of something, honey, or I will go to TikTok. TikTok and Google are my two go-to things. But then if they don't sound right, then I won't use either one of them. So they were calling it sleep paralysis. And I'm like, what? Sleep paralysis. Okay, so this guy was saying he suffers from, because I always go to the comment section of it, and somebody asked the question, should you wake somebody up from sleep paralysis? And the guy goes, I think some of these answers must be from people who have never had it. Please, please, if you see me in an attack of sleep paralysis, give me a shake, wake me up. It is terrifying laying there with your mind awake and being unable to move, trying desperately to jerk yourself out of it. If you try and relax and get back into a normal sleep, you risk another set of terrifying hallucinations. See what I'm saying? And I'm just like, this has happened to me twice in my life. Like I say, 30 years ago, and then it happened again last night. And I'm just like, so trying to go back to sleep from sleep paralysis is worse? I don't get that. So have any of you guys ever suffered that or gone through that? Because it's troubling to me, and I just feel like maybe I was really sleep deprived. I think that's what it was. I may have been sleep deprived because it all started when we, went out of town for Thanksgiving, and I was staying up, trying to get stuff done. And then I was staying up, spending time with family, staying up. So I was really like sleep deprived. And then I come here, and when I have a lot on my mind, sometimes it's hard for me to chop it up instead of just worrying about a long strand of things. It's hard to just chop it up. And I tell Donald that all the time. I'm like, when I'm overwhelmed, that's what it is. I was overwhelmed. And I'm a person, if you ask me to do something, I'm going to do it. So when I left St. Louis, I had about 12 tasks that needed to be done. And it just compiled and kept compiling. And, my mind is always working. And I'm like, that's why I need to craft, because I have to be busy. When I'm crafting or when I'm crocheting and stuff like that, I don't think about anything. But then on the other hand of that, when I'm crocheting and I'm trying to keep up with my stitch count and stuff like that, I want to hurry up and finish. And so I'm like sleep deprived almost, but I don't feel tired or anything. So anyway, when I go to my next doctor's appointment, I'm just going to talk to him about it and see what it is. But this one really scared me. Like, I can't remember back 30 years ago. I could really, because it puzzled me. And I can remember laying in the bed and I could hear the kids playing, because my kids were younger. I could hear them playing, and I know it was a Saturday because they weren't at school. And I could hear them playing, and I could see again the TV, and I couldn't move. But I remember going back to sleep and waking up from it on my own, right? And I don't know, but this one really shook me. And then as I read this stuff, I'm like, I don't want to experience it again, because they say you just go deeper into hallucinations. I don't think I was hallucinating though, because I could see around me, right? I could see stuff around me. So I wasn't hallucinating. I just couldn't get up. Anyway, it scared me, because this one was pretty bad if you ask me. So I forced myself to snore louder and harder. And every time I did it, but see, I had to make sure I kept the rhythm of the snoring that I was doing. That's why I just couldn't do it how I wanted to do it. So I just kept doing it harder. I felt myself doing it harder. And eventually after it felt like 15, 20 minutes to me, but in reality, it was probably like a minute or two that I was doing it, and Donald woke me up. And so I told him, I was just like, if that ever happens and you feel like I'm not regular sleeping, I was like, please wake me up immediately. But Donald's been in training all week. Now, he was not in training today. What if he hadn't been here? I keep thinking about that. I'm like, what if he hadn't been here? I don't know. But let me know down in the comment section if you have ever gone through that or experienced something like that. I don't know why it's scary to me, but I was just in a really deep trance, I felt like. But anyway, and so I wake up today, like I said, I've been had all this energy since Sunday. I think I said Sunday, where I just wake up with a burst of energy so I can get a lot of stuff done. But today, your girl on a crash course. So Donald got up this morning and he made us breakfast. He is in his grilled cheese bag today. So he's been making grilled cheese for a couple of weeks now, because, you know, sometimes you have a taste for stuff, and I went out and got the stuff for him to make the grilled cheese. So this morning he made me some grilled cheese with a side of turkey bacon, and I was like, thank you. And after I ate that, about 45 minutes later, I laid right back down, because I think he made my breakfast at like 7. And so then I'm just now getting up again, and it is, I'll say I got up about 12:30. And I'm like, oh, I got to get up, because consistent. I got to be consistent. I have to be consistent. And so I'm going to keep doing these videos until the end of the month. So y'all just stick with your girl. I am going to do my best to get a video out every day, because I know I can't make the 25, but maybe I can make like 19 or 20 videos this month. So, my problem is I'm just not consistent enough to see the results that I want to see with my channel, because I should be further ahead. You know, sometimes you have to write stuff down. And so I wrote like a small goal for myself. I wrote this in November, and I was saying to myself, I want to make, you know, I want to work hard enough where I can make a certain amount of money and have a certain amount of subscribers. And I am so far off. And the reason is because I'm not consistent with what I'm doing. So that's going to be my goal for next year. It's just to be consistent. Like, if I'm going to do something, I need to stick with it and see it all the way through, because I'm not good with it. I've never been consistent. And so if I'm not consistent, I won't see the results that I'm seeking. So, yeah, girl, consistent. That's my word. That's my word. All of 2024. And also, Donald and I are going to do a lot more travel, not on the RV, but like, you know, cruising and just taking trips and stuff like that. Every year I tell Donald, every year for the last 10 years, I've been telling Donald, I'm like, but the week between New Year, Christmas and New Year's, I want to be on somebody's island with a Mai Tai in my hand and sitting on somebody's beach. That's where I want to be. I want to be by the ocean, by the beach, by something. And every year we never do it. And I'm just like, next year I have to stick by what I write, you know, my vision for myself for next year. I told Donald we're going to be a little more selfish, and we're going to do more stuff for us, because everything we do always has like something behind it. Like, if we go somewhere, we're going because we're going to help somebody, or somebody needs us to do something, or, you know. And I'm like, I just want, when I go on vacation, I just want to be on vacation. I want to enjoy it. So we're probably not going to do a lot of vacationing the early part of the year, but the latter part of the year, we're going to just really do a lot, right? And I refuse to take a cruise before November anymore, because I told you guys, when we take those cruises, if the water, sometimes you luck up and you get nice seas, but sometimes you get those rough seas. And it seems like every time we go between July and October, we get the rough seas, and I don't want that. And so since we're here in Houston, we're closer to Galveston, the port here in Galveston. So we should be able to take a cruise pretty easy and we don't have to fly anywhere. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, Donald is just coming in. He's got lunch going for us. Did they have it?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
How much was it?
$8. Cause I added extra chips and sauce because the chip they gave you like this.
Yeah, okay. So listen, y'all. So Donald went to Chipotle for me because I am craving salt like crazy. And so I always go to TikTok when I'm ready to get something because they always have a hack for anything that you want. And I'm like, every time I ask Donald to go to Chipotle for me, we end up spending for one meal between $15 and $20. Is that right, Donald?
At least 15.
At least $15 for one meal. So the girl went on there and she said, if you go to Chipotle and you get a kid's meal, which consists of what? Help me, Donald, because I didn't go down there with you.
A steak quesadilla,
so
rice and beans, or 2 sides.
Okay, so you get a steak quesadilla and then you get 2 sides. So he got rice and beans, right? And let me see. Yeah, so the kids' meal is actually like right at $6, but then he added the chips and salsa for me because I love their salsa, the spicy salsa. It is so good. So this is going to be my lunch/dinner today. So we've never spent $8 at Chipotle.
Never spent $8.
Did you get something?
No.
Why? Oh, you already had lunch.
I already had lunch.
You had lunch. And then did they give DJ meat?
Gave him a sample, yes.
Yeah, so DJ loves going with Donald because they give him some free meat. So I'm going to show you guys what I have. Oh, they gave me 2. I love this stuff. It is so good. All right. Sorry, I was reading a text message that just came through. You want this apple juice, honey?
Yes.
So with your kids' meal, you get 2 sides, steak quesadilla. And now on that Amazon, on the TikTok hack, they said you either get chips or you get a fruit or a drink. And so Donald got the drink. So he'll have that. That's the only drink I do not like is apple juice. And I don't know why, because I love apples. I just don't like apple juice. You will never see me getting apple juice. Okay, so these are the chips you get with the kids' meal.
Yeah. See, I saw, I said, yeah, that's not going to work.
That's cute. So you get a few little things like that. So Donald got me the real chips and salsa. And the kids' meal come in this little container. Just like this. And it's enough. Like, you don't need much more. So you get that. And then you get a quesadilla.
The tiniest steak quesadilla.
But this is enough because you know the beans and rice are filling.
Yeah.
So this is all you really need. Like, but so they were telling the truth.
Yeah.
So this is what you get. And that's all you really need. I'm going to stick the beans and rice and the veggies inside the quesadilla. And it's going to be a meal. Thank you, Donald. We don't live too far from Chipotle, so it was a quick drive there and back. So I'm going to go ahead and have my lunch, and then I'll come right back, fam. All right, fam. So right here, Donald and I are about to get the living room together. I need him to move a couple pieces for me. So he's going to help me out. He brought the guns. You brought the guns this morning, Slayer?
Let me check. Hold on a second. Let me check the holster. There
Bam.
it is. They still there.
All right. So I'm going to show you the Christmas tree, and then I'm going to show you my centerpiece that I tried to mimic the tree. I did my best, y'all. I'm not going out to buy anything else, so we're just going to leave the house just the way it is. Y'all know we go out of town. We leave. What day we leaving? Friday or Saturday? I think we have to leave Friday. We're going to leave Friday morning because the party is Saturday.
Okay.
Because my son is having, I told y'all my son is having an ugly Christmas sweater party. And so I'm going to go to the Goodwill and see if I can find me like a really bad sweater. And then I'm just going to add some weird stuff to it. Do you still have your ugly Christmas sweater? Because I think Donald had like a cockeyed reindeer or something. Do you still have it? I think it was green.
So. I don't think so.
Because I went to the Goodwill and got my ugly Christmas sweater from the last time we had a party. That was about 8 years ago. And it wasn't really ugly, but I felt like since I got it from the Goodwill, it would count, but it really didn't. It just had little bells and stuff all over it, and it was red. I don't think it qualified. I don't know why I thought because it came from Goodwill that it would qualify as an ugly Christmas sweater. It was really a nice sweater because people go to Goodwill and find good finds all the time. I have just never, ever found good finds at Goodwill. But when I took Cameron, the first summer I got Cameron them, I went to Goodwill and I racked up, found them, because they were only going to go outside and play and run and get dirty and stuff like that. So I was like, if you tear the clothes, it's fine because these are just play clothes, have fun at it. But I know people, my sister used to be able to go and find treasures at the Goodwill. I just have never done it, and I don't think I look like that for it. I feel like we bought something really good from Goodwill though one time. I can't remember what it was.
I haven't bought anything really, really good. I got me a suit that I was gonna play a zombie in Halloween, so I got me a suit that I could tear, put some holes in it.
Yeah.
And so that was an interesting costume choice. But when I was growing up, we didn't go to Goodwill. We went to Salvation Army. All the clothes I had came from the Salvation Army.
But
thrift stores.
Yeah, but your mother was really, like his mother was really good. Like she would wash the stuff really good and she would bring it home and press it and make it look and smell brand new. Yeah, and so that's one thing I tell him, I was like, your mother was really resourceful when it came to that, especially, not having the funds to buy new all the time. Like she found suits because y'all had
all
plenty
our
of
suits, everything.
Yeah, because Donald and them were avid churchgoers, and they y'all don't call it church though.
No, we just called it Kingdom Hall. We grew up doing witnesses.
Okay, so but she would find the best, because when I look back at their pictures from church services, they were always clean though. They were always clean, and they always had suits and stuff like that. Like I thought that was amazing to do that.
Yeah.
Why you laughing?
No, because those pictures, boy, you look back at them. I look back at them like, woo, boy, it was really loud.
I know which picture you're talking about.
Everybody my family think about the same pictures, boy.
Because Donald tried to give himself a perm.
Okay,
was that a perm?
Picture. No, I had two people. One with the perm. Because I thought texturizer kits and perm kits were the same, and they had a sale on a texturizer kit on a perm at Revco for like $2 or $3 or something. So I said, okay, so instead of getting a texturizer, I can buy this and do the same thing with it.
How old were you?
15.
You were 15 in that picture? You look so young. Now, it would have worked if he had low haircut. You know what I'm saying? Because if he had a low haircut, he could have brushed it until the waves came in. But no, brother had a full-on Michael Jackson afro that he put a perm in. So you know how when you have new growth, when you have new growth, and then your perm is on the ends, that's what Donald hair looked like. He just had a bunch of little I ain't gonna even show y'all the picture because I don't want to embarrass him. But listen, when I looked at that picture, I said, brother, what happened there? I said, was you mad?
That was a good picture though. I was thinking about the front of church picture, the front of the Kingdom Hall picture where me and my sister, my two brothers was standing there in our suits. Thinking we was clean.
But you were back at that time.
Yeah.
Because when you look at pictures now, you have to laugh at them.
Yes.
But at the time, it's what people were wearing. Because, listen, I went to Glamour Shots, baby. And I don't know if y'all remember Glamour Shots. But I went to Glamour Shot. And I told y'all my brother just moved back to St. Louis. And so he invited all my children over for dinner the week I left.
Now you should
And
show
so
that picture.
I'm not showing that picture. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me. You can offer me $1 million right now and I wouldn't show you that glamour shot picture. Now, it ain't that funny.
I'm just saying, though, baby. I think as my
Listen.
$1 million, you should show that picture.
I wouldn't
You
take
should
a...
be proud of it.
Okay, and then I'll show your haircut picture. The perm picture. How about that? Let's show both of them right now.
No, we're not going to do that.
Exactly. See, it's a problem when I do it, but when he do it, it's okay. No, but listen.
I'm going to get back to it.
My brother, Lord,
I know.
I told you, when you get past 50, baby, them knees ain't what they used to
What
be.
it used to be.
But so my brother invited my children over for dinner, and I thought that was really, really nice. I appreciate him for that, because I feel like when you love on my children, you're loving on me, and I just appreciate it immensely. But anyway, so they go to the house, and my brother still has my glamour shop picture from 1990. Oh, what year was that? 7?
I was going to say 5.
Or 98. No, it wasn't 5. It had to be like from 96. No, 90. It was in the late 90s when glamour shots was very popular. And my son took a picture of the picture, and he was like, "Mama, who is that?" I said, "You know who that is." And he bust out laughing. And so they've been circulating the picture in the family group, because we have a group chat. Me and my children have a chat, and then they have a chat without me. And they thought they were in the other chat, and they was going off on that picture. Look at her hair. What was wrong with her hair? But see, when you went to glamour shots, they did your hair, they did your makeup, and then they gave you clothes. All you had to do was come in with like a fresh wash, and they would curl your hair, they would cut your hair. And this was back when, you know, your hair was long in the back and short in the front. Y'all remember that cut? Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. I remember going to work, showing everybody my pictures, and they was like, "Wow, those look nice." I mean, even my coworkers went and did glamour shots after I did it. And I was like, yeah. So when I look at that picture, I don't do nothing but laugh, because I'm like, I don't know what I was going through at that time. I think I went there to kind of feel better about myself or something, but when I look at those pictures now, I don't do nothing but laugh. And I was like, y'all better take these pictures out this group. Look, I hear the stern mommy voice. Take these pictures out this group, and don't you show nobody else this picture. But anyway, let's get into the decorating, and I will see you in the next clip, fam.
Christmas lights are shining oh so bright everywhere in this little town on this special night. And here we are in the car on our way back home to be with those we love the most, guided by a single star. This is the magic of Christmas. chime. And every year when I come back here, this heartfelt feeling goes right through the ceiling. This is the magic of Christmas. This is the magic of love. Wherever we are, near or far, in this beat of car, it's that same star that leads, and that's the magic of Christmas to me.